We are absolutely shocked and profoundly perplexed, mystified. Charges that $50 million have been diverted by Mohammed, who has been with us for 10 years, when the Gaza program is only $3 million, and a lot of it's physical assets. I've been there and seen it. It's child-friendly spaces, over 40 of them, because there's been 3 wars in the last 7 or 8 years in Gaza, and children are profoundly traumatised by war. Agricultural programs that I've seen, these are physical assets that you actually can't just say, money's been diverted, we haven't paid for them. Growing strawberries, agriculture that actually feeds Gazan families. So this comes as a profound shock and an incredibly mystifying event, because all of our forensic audits done by PwC are absolutely clean. We have nothing to do with terror, with diverting funds, and other donor governments that, besides the Australian government that fund us, have done audits too, without ever any suggestion of this impropriety.
As you say, then, World Vision activities in the Palestinian territories are audited. Do you then say that literally this does not add up if you take into account what money has been spent in the area on World Vision's behalf, and when you also take into account what's alleged that he has spent the money on?
Yeah, this is why we are totally puzzled. We have seen no evidence. He's been in detention for 50 days, 23 days without a lawyer. World Vision hasn't been able to see him nor his family, and we have had great trust and confidence in him, which isn't naive. We don't just do our own internal screening. We have a third party that screens all the people we hire to see if there's any links to terror, because we're impartial, we're neutral. We are there for Palestinian children in what has been described as the biggest open-air prison in the world. I mean, the suffering there in Gaza is terrible. We're there for the children, and that's why we are profoundly mystified by these charges.
Do you know him personally, and do you feel as though he is well trusted?
Look, I'm almost certain I have met him. I can't picture him. I have been to Gaza. I have seen for my own eyes the physical assets that we have built there, which are run by communities. I've seen the child-friendly spaces with children who literally weren't talking. They were so traumatised. We've got them painting, dancing, going back to school. So I may well have met him, and our staff say that he is absolutely trusted. This is why we are so shocked. We want to know the truth. We know and are glad now that he has been charged, because in any case there is one side. We've heard one side, these charges, they're only allegations. There is always another side, and a court process is the right way for us to find out the truth.
Tim Costello, the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade has now suspended the provision of funding to World Vision in the Palestinian territories. How is that likely to jeopardise projects in that area?
Well, it's always the innocent that suffer. Look, the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade have done the right thing. I'd be doing that too. When you have such serious charges, you should suspend it, and they add, until there is an investigation. Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade have gone into Gaza. They've looked at our work. They've assessed our work. Gaza is such a flashpoint. It's why we are particularly careful there. And I've been in Gaza when DFAT officials have been there also looking at our work. So this is what is so mystifying. This is what, for me, doesn't add up with these charges, and why I want to get to the bottom of it. And we're working very cooperatively with DFAT on that.
Are you confident that he will receive a fair trial?
I think the world really has to watch this. Look, Israel does have an independent judicial system, and that's why I'm glad he's been tried. But I think we know that this part of the world, with really profound security risks for Israelis and for innocent Gazans, requires the world's attention on this trial.
And have you had a chance to speak to other World Vision officials on the ground there? And if so, any particular explanation from them as to how this has transpired?
Yeah, look, our program in the World Vision Jerusalem office, which is West Bank, Israel and Gaza, is only a $12 million a year program. I say only, that's very significant. Our National Director was in court with Mohammed yesterday when the charges were being laid, utterly mystified because all of our audits are absolutely clean. The latest PwC audit has just come in. Staff are really puzzled, shocked, demoralised, confused. This for them doesn't add up.
So no indication that any other staff members in the area would be implicated?
No, absolutely none.
All right, Tim Costello from World Vision, thanks very much.
A pleasure.